This is the truth about vitamin C and your skin. So how effectively vitamin C works on and in your skin is dependent upon several factors. So first, I do a lot of consultations with people who have melasma, and when they are told that if they just take a high amount of vitamin C, their melasma will go away. And that is not exactly true. Clinical studies have shown that when vitamin C, the L-ascorbic acid, the active form of the vitamin C, is applied directly onto the skin, it actually does change. It does have brightening effects of the skin. And just to be clear, when I'm addressing vitamin C, I'm actually talking about the L-ascorbic acid and not the vitamin C derivatives. So vitamin C essentially is L-ascorbic acid, which is the active form of the vitamin C, and D-ascorbic acid. And they actually are interchangeable reciprocally, but the L-ascorbic acid is the bioactive one. Even taking high dosages of the L-ascorbic acid orally, it actually has limited absorption rate in the gut, and not to mention that when you're trying to target a specific area of collagen loss, such as fine lines and wrinkles, or specific age spots, that is not going to be as effective. Clinical studies have shown that when using the bioactive form of vitamin C, which is the L-ascorbic acid, directly onto the specific areas of the skin, it actually does change. So when you are addressing a specific area of the skin, applying it actually is more effective. Now, this is the part that you've all been waiting for. We're going to be talking about the vitamin C in skincare products. Okay, so it depends on the formulation of the product as well as the delivery system in that specific product. So vitamin C can be in everything from cleansers and serums and lotions and creams, but the most effective that they found according to clinical studies, and I will be actually putting the sources in my blog for those of you who are science nerds, because I'm not just randomly pulling them out of the air. So one of them is actually more effective in serums. Now the serum is, if they add the L-ascorbic acid in the serum, it's pretty much a colorless liquid. So it's almost like colorless liquid to a very, very light yellow. When it starts to become a dark yellow to dark orange, it has most of the efficacies of the antioxidant has already oxidized. Because vitamin C is so highly oxidative when exposed to heat, light, and air, the L-ascorbic acid actually oxidizes to dehydroascorbic acid, and so it's already oxidized. So the vitamin C actually has to be in a fairly acidic pH form in order to be pretty potent. So it has to be in a pH of 3.5, which is pretty acidic, considering that lemon's pH ranges from between 2 and 3. So this is why when people use the L-ascorbic acid serum and it is pretty acidic, and you're using other AHAs or BHAs, even though it actually works even better, and people can get sensitized over time or their skin becomes dry, this is one of the complaints of that because of its low pH. So with this pH, the ionic charge is actually removed, so it's able to move more readily across in the stratum corneum within the skin's tissue. Now, according to several clinical studies I read, it actually said that the vitamin C, how efficient it is greatly dependent upon the concentration of the vitamin C, but only up to 20% of the vitamin C. And again, it also depends on the formulation, but they did say that the concentration levels really affect the efficacy of the vitamin C. So the reason why you see so many vitamin C serums with vitamin E is because they're like BFFs. So the vitamin C, when paired with the vitamin E, what ends up happening is when they're paired together, the vitamin E helps the potency of the vitamin C up to 4 times more, as well as the vitamin C also improving the efficacy of the vitamin E. And both together, what it helps prevent is apoptosis, which is cell death, as well as preventing skin cancer cell formation. Now, I read a lot of clinical studies, these papers, and what I found interesting was a lot of them were Japanese scientists and researchers that were studying the effect or the role of vitamin C when it plays with hyperpigmentation, when paired with hydroquinone and other skin lightening agents. And one of the things that they said was that with regular use, the maximum amount of vitamin C that can be stored in the skin when you're using it regularly is up to 4 days. And in order for the vitamin C to really increase the photoprotection of the skin, that they saw the maximum amount is if you were using it 8 hourly applications. So I don't know who is going to be using it 8 times, 8 times a day in hourly applications, but they basically said that that was the maximum. The results that they saw were when it was done in 8 hourly applications. Hi, my name is Christy, and if this is your first time here, I am actually a licensed professional, and I have been treating clients in over 14 years, and I've done over about 26,000 different treatments, and I specialize in the areas of hyperpigmentation, acne, and anti-aging. And if you're new to this channel and you like product reviews, ingredients breakdowns, and actual experience done by a licensed professional, we would love it if you go ahead and subscribe, and let me know in the comments or just by hitting that like button that you want to find out more of these types of vitamin C's, because I think the struggles that a lot of viewers have is they have this amount of expectation because they hear so much about vitamin C and what it can do for the skin, but a lot of it depends on the formulation and how you use it and what are the products that you use it for, and what kind of skin that you have. So this is why I decided to do a video more in depth about vitamin C. Okay, so according to several different scientific articles, the magic combination of the 0.5% ferulic acid, which is a plant-derived antioxidant, along with the 1% vitamin E and the 15% vitamin C, that seems to be the magical elixir that has been proven to show visible reverse damages and preventing of acute or chronic photo damage. However, for those of you who are using the SkinCeuticals vitamin C for melasma and you're saying this really isn't breaking up the pigmentation, that's not what it was showing for. It was actually preventing and reducing the visible signs of aging. And that is because that magical combination not only kept the vitamin C stable longer, but it actually increased the efficacy up to 8 times more than the regular vitamin C. Now, if you're using vitamin C and you're using hydroquinone, or you're thinking of using it together, I did a video on the best ways and the different options that you can use the vitamin C and the hydroquinone, and the video will be up soon, so go ahead and take a look at that when it goes up, because remember, makeup is an art, skincare is a science.